Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Walkman Comics. During this little weird moment where we're not really doing much. Sorry about that, I just wanted to put up another video and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, basically what this is about is I finally watched The Flash, the TV show, and yeah, it's been great. It's been awesome. This is a sort of mini review of the TV show, the Arrowverse one, CW one, you know, that one. There's only one of them really, one sort of recognizable one that I know of, so I don't know why I need to say that, but yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good. So far I've only seen the first season and 4 episodes, I think 5 of season 2 so far, I don't know. But that's the sort of Arrowverse TV show that I've seen the most. If you don't know, basically what the Arrowverse is that it's like kind of like an MCU but for DC, and it's TV shows and certain movies basically. Like there's Green Arrow, or Arrow as it's called. That's why it's called the Arrowverse, because yeah, there's a TV show based on Green Arrow. He's just called Arrow. Then there's The Flash, obviously. There's Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. I think that's it, unless there's something I'm forgetting. But yeah, there's those things that are in the Arrowverse. And yeah, there's The Flash. That's the one that I've seen the most. It's the best one so far. Because basically, yeah, what I've actually seen in the Arrowverse is like 5 episodes of Arrow, like the first season, and 1 episode of Legends of Tomorrow that I saw on the plane. Yeah, I don't really like those that much, apart from The Flash. Like, I don't know, they just seem, I don't know, I think Arrow is not as interesting, and Legends of Tomorrow just, I don't like it that much, you know. I don't know why, but yeah, The Flash is just really good. Also, I should leave a bit of a warning about spoilers, because yes, spoilers are going to be, yeah, pretty big in this. So if you haven't seen up to episode 5, let's just say to be safe, of The Flash of season 2, then you might not want to watch this, because yeah, I'm gonna be talking about heavy spoilers. But yeah, before I started watching the show, I started watching the show like about a month and a half ago, I think. And before I started watching it, I've read some of the comics. I read 2 volumes of the New 52 series. And yeah, I sort of enjoyed that. Volume 1 was pretty good, Volume 2 not so much. You can sort of tell by the tone of my voice in the reviews. But yeah, I reviewed them before I saw the show, and then I saw the show, and it's just really cool. Grant Gustin is a great actor for Barry Allen. It's just pretty cool. So yeah, let's get into spoiler territory now. So yeah, it's pretty cool how they sort of introduce new characters and keep the old ones, like Dr. Wells, for example, is a new character. I think, is Cisco a new character? I don't know. But yeah, there's Iris and Joe West and those people, they're already in there. And yeah, it's just really cool how they sort of implemented that idea about how Eobard Thawne is still the Flash. I mean, he's still the Reverse Flash, and he's from the future and all that, and still keeping Dr. Wells in there as like a sort of main villain, I guess. And like, Dr. Wells seems like such a nice guy, you know? I think that might be because genuinely Eobard Thawne is a nice guy and he turned into Dr. Wells. That was kind of weird, you know? He sort of got this weird machine and his face sort of merged and the other one turned into a skeleton, and it's just really creepy. Yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of freaky when I saw that, but yeah, he just seems like such a nice guy. Genuinely not, or sort of technically not Dr. Wells. But yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Might as well just call him Harrison Wells, Dr. Wells, just because that seems better. But yeah, and then I'm guessing that he's sort of not much of a nice guy, because in season 2, when we get to see Into Earth 2, which is Jay Garrick's universe, he's sort of a huge douche, and my guess is that that's what the original Dr. Wells was like before Eobard Thawne became Dr. Wells, before he died. I just thought of something, like, if you use that weird machine to turn yourself into someone else, can you, like, turn yourself back? I don't know, it's weird future technology that we don't know about. But, yeah, that happened. It's just a cool show, like, all the little references and stuff, you know. At the end, there was, Jay Garrick's helmet popped out of the portal. I thought that was so cool. And at the end, when he, like, runs into the singularity to try and stop it, like, they sort of CGI'd his face, and it doesn't look anything like him. It's kind of weird how they did that. I don't know, that seems just a bit odd, but, like, that doesn't matter, you know. It's alright. And I really like the way that they did Captain Cold. Like, he's a really cool Captain Cold, just the way that they did his personality and stuff, and yeah, I just think that that's really cool. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So far, what I've seen of season 2, I think they could have picked a better actor for Jay Garrick, actually. You know, he's not the best actor. And I've heard about Zoom. So far I don't know, like, what he looks like, or I've heard of him. I'd heard of him before I heard his name in the TV show. I just have no idea what he looks like or anything like that. You know, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just sort of, I became a huge Flash fan just after seeing the show. You know, it just sort of, that shows how good it is, you know. And from what I've heard, season 4 and I think season 3 are terrible, but I don't know. Time can only tell, because I still want to see those, you know. Gets you hooked, you know. Kind of like what they do in comics, where they make the first volume super cool so that you pick up the next one. But yeah, that's what's cool about that. And yeah, it's interesting, actually. I'm trying to think of something to say. I can't think of anything to say. Oh yeah, just seeing all the villains pop up, like when they get mentioned, and I already know who they are. I just get all excited because yeah, it's just really cool. Haven't seen Captain Boomerang show up yet. I don't know if he will or not, but yeah, the idea of metahumans is really cool. I don't know if they're in the comic or not. Probably not in the comics. I mean to say, but yeah, I don't know. They're kind of like mutants, I guess. Like X-Men, you know, kind of thing. Like they're kind of like Inhumans. I guess you can make the sort of comparison with like metahumans, Inhumans. You know, sort of sound similar. I don't know. It's just kind of cool, and you get to see the futuristic notebook newspaper, like a newspaper from the future that Dr. Wells has, and it says Wayne Tech on the newspaper, so we know that Batman is real in this universe. Hopefully, well, we know that Bruce Wayne is real at least, and I hope that they don't just do something where Bruce Wayne is real, I can't talk, and Batman isn't, because that's just gonna really be disappointing, you know. But yeah, I hope that Batman gets into this somehow, you know. Like, you can't have a DC universe without Batman existing, as much as you can't have a DC universe without Superman existing, or I know Superman's in there, but like without the Flash existing, and they put the Flash in there. That's cool. That's really cool. He does a much better job than Ezra Miller did in Justice League. I'm just gonna say that. We did do a review of Justice League in our old podcast a while back. So yeah, that's gonna be one of the end cards of this video. I said that really weirdly. But yeah, unless there's something else that I can think of, then yeah. Oh yeah, I think they did Linda Park really weirdly. Like, she dated Barry for like 2 episodes and then like the whole thing ended. But they did sort of bring her back in some sort of little story arc in season 2 though, with the whole Earth 2 sort of mixing with Earth 1. You know, I think that's a cool idea. But yeah, if there's something else, like, yeah, the relationship between Barry and Iris is kind of weird. You know, I don't know how it's gonna work out. The whole thing's kind of strange, you know. Oh yeah, Patty Spivot in season 2 appeared. I was wondering why she wasn't there in season 1. Like, I'm guessing, you know, they can't have that many characters. They can't have that many characters, you know. They have to sort of let it happen slowly so that like new fans who don't know anything about the comics can sort of slowly get into it and hopefully read the comics later on. But yeah, they need to sort of slowly edge things in. Otherwise, it's just going to be too complex and too confusing. Like, that's a problem that some TV shows have, when it's hard to sort of keep up with what's going on. And this show doesn't do that, thankfully. And yeah, that's really cool that they don't do that. It's really thankful that they don't do that, I mean. But yeah, she's eventually gonna find out that Barry's the Flash, I reckon. Like, everyone does after a while. I reckon Linda's gonna know. And also in the comics, I think Linda Park was the wife of Wally West later on. Because, yeah, I don't know if Wally West is actually gonna be in this series. I hope he is. I don't know. The whole thing's kind of weird. Well, it's not weird. What was the thing I was looking for? I don't know. I've been talking for 12 minutes already. Might be a bit less time for you, because yeah, I cut some things out. Cut some things out of the final product, but yeah. This whole thing is very interesting. You know, I'm gonna keep on watching it. I would recommend it for you, you know. Out of 10, I would probably rate season 1, probably 6.9 out of 10. You know, 8 out of 10. That's what I'm gonna rate it. Because, yeah, it deserves that. I like the sort of feeling of it, and season 2, what I've seen so far, probably I'd give that the 7.1 out of 10. Maybe 6.9 if I'm not feeling generous. Yeah, I don't know. From what I've seen so far, maybe it's gonna get really good later on, like season 1 will. I don't know. I'm never gonna stop watching it, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Like, from what I've seen of season 2 so far, I think season 1 is cooler. You can probably tell by the ratings that I gave. I'm just a bit of a mind blank. Yeah, I'd probably think season 1 is better. I think that's just because of the feeling of it. Like, I like the sort of vibe that season 1 gives better. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll like season 2 better later on. Who knows? But yeah, I recently picked up 2 more Flash comics. I picked up the volume 4 of the New 52 series and one of those big books of the Silver Age Flash comics. So yeah, I'm gonna review both of those. They're looking really good. I'm sort of almost finished reading the Silver Age Flash comic, so when I'm done, I'm gonna review that. But yeah, there's gonna be loads more comic reviews going up soon, and yeah, that's all I have to say. So see you later.